Hey, Missoula, welcome back to another episode of the Missoula Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon Smith, and what a huge week it is here in Western Montana, the Garden City. The University of Montana has a home playoff game this Saturday night against the Delaware Blue Hens. I think that's right, the Blue Hens. Big game. Get out there, be loud, support the hometown boys. Let's make a statement and continue this run. But what a fun time here in the community of just rallying together, supporting the Grizz. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody's excited. You can feel it in the air. It's going to be a great week. Hey, before we dive into this week's episode, I just want to take a minute and thank you for listening. Those of you who are loyal each week to download, listen, share, we appreciate it. The Missoula Podcast, we are growing. We're hitting all kinds of new, metrics for, at least for us. Each episode is getting more listeners, more shares, more engagement. And Steven, Nick, myself, we are truly grateful for you and this amazing community and your efforts in helping spread the word and build this platform. As we head into 2024, we've got just an incredible lineup coming of just some amazing podcasts, amazing stories, and amazing guests that you will want to be sure to download and listen to those. But before we get to 2024, we have today's episode. Troy Peissig, owner of AlphaGraphics, is on the show. Troy has an amazing story. Born and raised here in Montana, moved to Missoula at a young age and had the dream to become a professional golfer. So we dive in and hear his story about going to golf school and how he returned to Montana and took over the family business and has an amazing team. And we get into the culture and all the details of entrepreneurship, growing a business while growing and managing a family at the same time. So tune in. Here you go. Here is Troy Peissig from AlphaGraphics.
Troy, when you were a kid, did you dream of being in the printing business?
I just woke up, just drank and ate print, just ink on paper, baby.
Is that smell on you?
Yeah, it is actually. You know, when I get home from work, sometimes the kids will say, "Oh, you smell like work," and it's ink on paper. You go a little nose numb to that after a while.
Can you pick up a new book and open it and smell it and know exactly what it was printed on? And
all of us do it at the shop.
That's
absolutely.
Amazing.
Yep. You smell it. Offset printing, where you use ink on paper, smells different than like copies, different toners and those kind of things. They all smell a little bit different.
Well, once again, Steven, we have a guest on the show that I know nothing. I have no idea what he just said.
Yeah, no
toners,
idea.
ink. Oh, what was that? Print, open. What'd you call it?
Offset printing.
Yeah,
ink on paper.
Yeah,
ink on paper.
Of course.
Well, where'd you grow up, Troy? And it sounds like you're in the family business.
Correct. Okay. Yes. I grew up in the printing world. Montana, born in Billings, moved over to Missoula because of the parents had a business opportunity here when I was about 3, which brought us over to the greater Missoula Valley.
And what was that business that your parents were running?
My dad was offered a job as a production manager with Art Craft Printers, which was at the time mid 80s, just a very, very large printing operation here in Montana.
Okay. Where was that located in Missoula? Just for all of our historians have been here for a while.
The Peak downtown.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That gym, that was the Art Craft Printers building before the Peak moved in.
Crazy.
That was it was a giant print shop in there.
Yeah. Big building.
Yeah. I still remember the days going through there and just seeing all the different dyes for actual like letterpress printing and those kind of things in the shop. But yeah, that Art Craft Missoula closed down. My dad actually had an opportunity to move over to a place called Gateway Printing, where he was able to work in and then work to purchase Gateway Printing.
That was over on Stevens, if I recall.
Correct. Yes. Gateway Printing started in 1965.
Whoa.
Right. It was over on Front Street. Then moved to Stevens Avenue over there, which is where my dad started. And as I got older and worked into the business and started doing deliveries and recycling and whatnot. When I was old enough to make that happen. He and my mom was a vital part of the business as well. Ended up purchasing Gateway Printing in the mid 90s. Bought it from the Siri and the Spring family, who had actually started it up, and pretty crazy. Time flies.
Did you, when you were young, did you think you were going to go into that business, or did you have other plans for your life?
I did not think I was going to go into that business.
Okay.
No. No, sir. I was too busy having a good time. Maybe growing up in Montana doing whatnot, but I did not think I was going to be part of that business. And after high school, waffling around a little bit, trying to decide what we're going to do with life, what's going to happen on a whim. I had an opportunity to go to golf school in Phoenix and pursue a career in golf, and ended up pulling the trigger and moving to Phoenix sight unseen.
Whoa.
Yeah, just booked an apartment online, got in and packed up the Ford Ranger and took off.
So what are the qualifications to go to golf school? You obviously grew up playing golf.
Minimal. Yeah.
Very minimal. Okay.
Very,
And then what does school look like? Are you becoming like a general manager? Are you trying to be a pro? What is golf school?
Yeah. So what you're doing there, an interest of golf is one thing. So just to get into the school, it's really an application process like anything else. What you're working towards is a PGA certification, professional golf associations. You get in there, and you are a golf professional at that point. And so the schooling aspect of it was the accounting, the business, how to manage a golf course, those type of things. Even the agronomy side of things, growing grass, and that kind of stuff, how to care for a course. So you're learning those type of things, and then getting out of that school with a good start in the PGA program.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you play a lot of golf along the way?
In a different way. I used to play a lot of golf. Yes, sir. Absolutely. It was what I did for many years.
So when you came out of that school, were you thinking, I'm going to be a golf pro for the rest of my life? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. When I got done with school, I had the opportunity to work for a company called Golf Tech, who did a lot of the newer motion analysis instruction and computer-based instruction, which was an awesome learning opportunity for me in that world, and working towards my PGA certification, which I got. So that was great. A little bit of playing in there, but after I was making a good living, but after being in Phoenix for a while, just everything was poisonous or had thorns. And I really missed Montana, man. And that's when I had the opportunity to come up and again start just about on the ground floor in the family business. So packed up the rig again and came back up to Montana.
Troy, I want to talk a little bit more about the golf. I love the behind the scenes, like the documentary stuff with golfers. Did you golf, or did you meet any golf pros, some of the household names that are on the tour today?
Yes.
Who'd you golf with?
Mark Calcavecchia.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Calc. I'm not sure how familiar people will be with that name. Dave Toms is the other one. Those were a couple of the big ones, but man, you learn real quick down there in a big city just how good is to be a
margin
playing professional.
So minimal.
It's unbelievable. That's a big slap in the face for when you know that you're not going to be to that level. It's amazing. It was awesome. It was great to see it. It was cool to see how good people are.
So we jump ahead to 2023. Are you a PGA or a Live fan? How do you feel?
It's all good for the game. It's kind of interesting. I believe they both merged.
They did.
So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good for as long as it's growing, it's good. People talk about it. And I don't know if you're have a family, how do you turn down a $50 million check?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very interesting.
Do you have a golfer? Who's your guy?
I don't have a guy. But one of the recently, Camilo the Gigas, I believe. And I might be misspeaking there. He won recently. Yeah, I butchered that name. He won recently. And it was just awesome to see him win.
Yeah.
He's got a really cool story behind it. But
Yeah.
no, of course, back in the day, Tiger
It was
Woods.
Tiger.
Yeah.
T-Woods. He did. Golf is what it is today because of Tiger Woods.
How about you, Rustin? You have a golfer? You have a
I've always liked Phil.
Phil?
I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Lefty.
Lefty.
Yep.
And he's just got a little bit of swagger that I like about him.
I can dig it.
How do you feel about Brooks Koepka?
Yeah, I like Brooks.
Have you watched the documentary?
Yeah,
Full Swing? Yeah, did you
I
watch
like
it?
Brooks Koepka. It was interesting to hear the behind the scenes struggles
Yeah.
of the mental aspect of it.
I felt like that documentary made Brooks look like just a punk, just a jerk.
It didn't make him look.
Yeah, he didn't look real great on that, but
I don't really feel that might not be a good representation
of him. Yeah.
of him because man, to
I mean,
do what he's done
and made for TV. I mean, and the other golfers on that documentary were so contrasting in their family life, and so
yeah, it was interesting to like understanding the struggles of the golf side for sure, but it just didn't make him look that great.
Well, last golf question, then we can get back to business. How many hole-in-ones in your career?
Oh, what
Where
now?
are you at, Troy?
6.
What?
Kind of. Yeah. Found the hole a couple times. For
crazy.
sure. Yeah. It would. Yeah. There was a streak there where, like, our family had four aces in 1 month. Just kind of got the hot hand and made it happen.
Unreal.
Just hilarious. Yeah.
So when you say the family,
My dad has like 7 or 8 hole in
Really?
ones. My mom has like 3, something like that.
oh, so you guys are a golf family.
Grew up doing it. Yeah, I played 4 years at Sentinel growing up here in Missoula, junior golf. It was the Max Fly junior tour at that point, but yeah, had some opportunity to travel a little bit.
So you had played a little
play.
bit of golf before you went to Phoenix.
I
mean-
found the middle of the club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was for sure. It
so Russet, how many hole-in-ones do you have?
I do have one.
do
you?
Hey.
Wow.
Hole 11 at Canyon River. Is that the one that goes down?
Did you get to see it go in?
No, I didn't. But
Awesome.
there were 2 guys that just had gotten off.
Yeah.
I
No way.
walked up to the green looking for my ball, and they go, "Hey, you should check in the hole." And
Stop.
they exploded,
No
and so
way.
it was
That's
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Was it in a tournament
No,
or like
no.
one of the? Okay.
No, it was in league night.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, nothing compared.
How
to
about that
sitting-
moment of disbelief?
Yeah, you're like,
What just happened?
you don't know what to do.
Right.
How did I hit that shot? I want to hit that shot again.
Yeah, exactly.
it's
And you
so
feel
amazing.
like every time you get up, then you should make it.
Yep.
And then you crush back to reality.
Well, since neither of you asked, I did have.
Oh, have you had a hole in one?
I did. Hole 2 at Westside Lanes. That
Nice.
little putt course. Nailed it.
Sweet.
So that
Take that windmill.
Oh, that moment of disbelief. I
Yeah.
get it. I feel you guys.
So did you fist pump
Oh,
vertically?
I went nuts.
Or,
I went crazy.
good.
Yeah.
I'm proud
I
of you.
got banned from the course. It just,
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
you're going to get kicked out, that's of course.
I did it the
do
right way.
What-
The wrong way.
What course did you guys grow up playing here in Missoula, or were you all over?
All over. Had the wonderful opportunity to play at the country club as well.
Mhm.
But high school golf, man, you were all over the place. Playing, which was really cool. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was every day.
Who did the Missoula high schools? Where do they play? Practice?
They rotate around. When I was in high school, it was Larchmont, Larchmont King Ranch out in Frenchtown and the country club.
Okay.
Canyon wasn't around.
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
yeah, neither would the ranch club. Yeah, the ranch club wasn't around then either.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It wasn't built yet.
Mhm.
So that came. So there was only a few, but now, holy cow, what do we got? Like 5 courses, 6 courses.
We live in a good golf community.
It's a great golf community, man, for sure.
What's your favorite course you've ever played?
And
then that will be our last
really
question.
good question. Really good question.
And then when I-
Sherwood Country Club, Thousand Oaks, California. It was so nice. I didn't want to take a divot out of the ground. It was ridiculous. I had a friend that was in golf school that ended up working there. It's where they played the Tigers tournament for a while, and we had the opportunity to play it, and it was a memory. It was incredible. What an opportunity. It was awesome. Yeah.
So what took you out of golf?
teaching people is a wonderful gift to have. I was teaching 10 to 12 lessons a day, and I just realized that that's what I was going to do for the rest of my life. And it just wasn't, it wasn't what I wanted to do.
It wasn't exciting.
No, it wasn't exciting. It really took
but
my
the
passion.
Smell of ink.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh man, it's bringing me back, for sure. But yeah, I just, it took my passion, which was golf at the time, and just started to turn it into something that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Turned it into like work in not a great way. And then I love Montana, man. I love being in Missoula, love Montana, and just, it was calling me home. So
when you came home, was the first call mom and dad, hey, I want to join the family business? Or
before I came home,
or was there did you have other jobs? Have you worked outside of the print industry in golf?
Yes. My first job was at Carmike's Cinemas at the 10 when it was the 10.
Yeah.
When that opened up, I started concessions there, flipping popcorn. Worked my way up slowly but surely to be an usher. Ooh, ticket stubs, cleaning theaters. It was awesome. It was a really fun job. Then worked up there to projectionist, which that's when we were doing on film. So you'd go to the bus station, you'd get the rolls of film, you'd splice them together. You'd have to build the movies. And
how do you not own a theater today?
Wow. You've
done it all.
It was fun. Worked for, it is Summit now, but it was Earl's Distributing for a while. But I haven't really jumped around too many jobs. In my life. But that's pretty much it. Worked outside service at a club, going to school. Yeah.
So when you moved back, what was the best part of joining the family business, and maybe what were a couple of the challenges of trying to figure that out?
For sure. One of the best things about joining the family business is what an opportunity I had personally to grow into something, to learn from my mom and dad, who have been doing it just about their whole lives.
Did your parents set you up like, hey, here comes our son, here's the office with the mahogany desk?
Yeah.
Or was it
for sure?
Troy,
It was
you're sweeping
here's
floors
the
in the
red
back.
carpet. No, one of the things, and I still struggle with too, is just the BK syndrome, boss's kid.
Yeah.
And I still, even now that I own the business and have owned it for a few years, 100%. It's just, I know the reality of coming in as boss's kid. I didn't come into some fancy position whatsoever. But yeah, that's definitely something that I was aware of, and just wanted to work away from, so started doing some promotional product stuff, customer service things, and learning the ropes, that way.
Mm-hmm. What were some of the challenges Stephen alluded to you faced with stepping into the family business?
Learning something, I would say, new at that point. Even though I had worked at the business, I'd never really worked in the business before. So learning, sitting with my dads in the morning early, and learning how to do estimating, learning how much things cost, cost of goods, markups, time frames, where to actually get materials. Cause we're manufacturing, for sure. So, really learning the ropes and starting, and just having an open mind of, I don't know what I don't know. Help and asking people who know more than I do, for sure.
Yeah. That's like a business degree on the job. Times 10.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure it out.
Do you have any employees today that were coworkers of yours back in the day?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You went from coworker to now managing them.
What
was that transition like?
We just the staff, they're amazing people. They're amazing. I couldn't even be close to where we are without them. But yeah, we have a few employees, folks working with us that it's been their only job.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Must be a good place to work.
For sure. I hope so. It's all about, it's not about me. It's them. And they're the ones there right now, cranking presses, trimming stuff, and making it happen, for sure. So, I owe it to the people that are working there to treat them well. And yeah, they're incredible. So yes, there's 2 there still. Actually, I'm sorry. Bear with me. There's actually 4.
Wild.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That were there before I started.
As a business owner, what keeps you up at night? What's one of the biggest concerns, challenges you have?
Yes. It just
like what's the why? Why do you care so much?
Yeah, that's a number one is there's 20 of us at AG. And I care for them. Like I care for my folks, like for sure. And what we all do, what we do, I mean, it's their livelihood. Like it's no joke. It's how we all pay our bills. Like
Right.
when we cut payroll, that's how we pay our bills. That's how we make a living. And those kind of, so that's a big deal. The other thing is, obviously my family, wife and kids and sustaining them, supporting them, which is huge. And then last is, well, maybe not last, no particular order, but, being able to share our blessings and build up so we can go and share with the world, hopefully better the community.
Do you have like a philosophy for your culture or sort of like core values and that guide you? Because it seems like people really enjoy working there. They're staying around. So the culture must be thriving. Maybe not at times, but
Hope so.
How have you created that?
Good question. Thank you. I don't have really a philosophy, but I love to treat people the way I want to be treated. I like being around people who like people. I always say if I can find somebody who likes to work with people, I can teach them the rest.
Yeah.
For sure. Because if somebody isn't a fan of being around people or doesn't want to, then you aren't going to be able to train that. That's for sure.
I want to jump into our rapid 5 questions and then come back and talk more about AlphaGraphics and what you guys do here in business. So Troy Peissig, or TP, if we can call you.
Buckle
TP.
up. Yep.
When you came to Missoula, you said you were about 3 years old when your family migrated from Billings. What is one of your earliest memories of Missoula, Montana?
Love it. Driving through the Hellgate Valley, and just when the valley just opens up, coming that way from east to west, and how it opens up, and then all of a sudden it's just like a garden, just incredible. That's one of my first memories.
A lot different than Billings.
Holy smokes, is it? Yeah, Rimrocks, baby.
What's your favorite go-to coffee spot in Missoula?
Well, I like them all. I would go with black coffee roasting.
Nice.
Yep.
Just a little teaser here. Upcoming episode, we've got the owner and founder of Black Coffee coming on the podcast. It's gonna be great hearing their story.
Awesome people, amazing. Just have a great opportunity to work with them, and they are. Yeah, it's really
excited.
It's cool.
Excited to hear their story. What's your favorite restaurant in Missoula?
Boy, if I'm going, I'm going to go Miller Creek Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
Depending, that's, a little bit more of the family thing. If we're doing something a little more upscale, it might be a little different, but, Miller Creek Cafe, boy, what a meal.
I have heard nothing but great things about. It's like Missoula's best kept secret.
Try it again for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. It's delicious.
Okay. All right. What zip code do you live in?
803.
Oh, I don't think we've had a 3. I mean, I know you're a 3.
I'm a 3. Yeah, Nick, our producer's a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you, Rusty? You're an OG. Oh, you're 4.
I'm a 4.
59804.
Yeah.
I do believe. I think 59803 is the greatest zip code in Missoula.
It's a gem.
I mean,
it's a gem.
Yeah, it's us against the world.
It's just Troy, we don't need to start a turf war here on the pod.
The notorious bumper sticker in Missoula. Keep Missoula weird.
Yes.
From your perspective, what is the weirdest thing about Missoula?
Gotta be traffic patterns, traffic planning. It just has to be.
What is with the streets here?
Well, be it that you're an 03-er, there's a development going in.
Yep.
And I just my thought is I don't know what I don't know, but how are we going to sustain that traffic that's going to be dumping onto 90? Like, it'll happen like now.
Why is that a concern or a problem, Troy?
It's not, right? There is no problem here. Just
That is going to be
tricks.
wild. It is, yeah. I'm coming down Miller Creek daily, and that morning traffic is getting worse
Robust.
daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you dodge the deer,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. Hey, speaking of deer, we've got horses,
Yes.
wild
yes.
horses
Yeah.
in our, you don't have those
Yeah.
in your zip code, do you, Steven?
No.
Elk.
Yep.
What else?
Bear.
We had bear.
Bear.
There's bear recently.
Got a mountain lion.
Yeah. We pretty much have it all.
Yeah.
So
It's nature.
once again,
Montana at its greatest.
once again,
I don't
59803.
know why we're doing a turf battle here. We're all on
Yeah.
the same team.
Sorry. Yeah. I
what do you
joined
love-
up with Team
What
Brandon
do you
there real
love?
quick.
What do you love the most about Missoula? And yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
You're
no,
good.
no.
Okay.
What do you love?
It is a great community. I think the people here are awesome. I do love that. Being 10 minutes away from any opportunity to be outside and fish and take dogs out or recreate in whatever way you want. I'm not really a big winter guy, but I hear skiing around here is okay. I guess. But yeah, just it doesn't seem to be lacking.
You've kind of transitioned from golf clubs to fishing.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a little less sketchy to take 3 kids fishing than it is golfing.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. What is an impactful book that you've read recently or maybe over your life that has transformed your life?
This is going to seem silly. But Golf is Not a Game of Perfect. Dr. Bob Rotella. Some of the things that book's that doctor talks about on the mental side of things is not only was good at the time but also has transitioned over to a few different areas of life, which is good. Other obviously than the Bible. But I would say that's the one that comes to mind, front of mind, which
That's great.
Going back to AlphaGraphics.
yes.
Tell us a little bit. What is AlphaGraphics? What do you guys do? What do you specialize in?
Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
We are ink on paper. We are a visual communications company. I like to say we can do anything except for electrical signage and apparel. So brochures in 1 to 1 million quantities. So the low up to the high end. Vehicle wraps, different directional signage, those type of things. Full bindery booklets, mailing services. It is a robust shop for sure. We were simply offset printing, which is a big iron press, like ink on paper, up until 2008. Because of that recession, we were actually forced to fail forward and get into like copies. Digital production is the fancy word. And then we got into that, and then we got into the large format world, banners, vehicle wraps, and those kind of things. And that really happened when we joined the AlphaGraphics network in 2011.
Gotcha.
Did you guys see a little bit of a dip in business through 2020 to 2022? Was there an impact? Was that
It's
people pulling back on marketing? Is that
it's incredible. It was a nice it was a good walk in faith in them, not only for myself but for all the people there as well. I mean, when COVID hit and things shut down, it was 60% loss of revenue overnight.
wow?
Sit down with 13 and lay off 13 people in one day. That changed me.
Wow.
Like that'll change you.
One of those days you'll never forget.
Right. And I'm not unique in that. I know that every business owner went through that. Just everything stopped at that time. Even managing through that was funky about safety. What's right. And at the time, nobody really knew. But because of the team, we were able to survive that and then end up thriving in 21. And we're back cranking now, which is awesome. Just a huge blessing. But again, just couldn't do it out without the folks that we have there. But that was holy smokes, man. That was that was hard to navigate.
Wow.
Hard to navigate for sure.
I love that your clients are so diverse. From you guys do big
So fun.
corporate events. I mean, if I recall, I think you guys print like playbills from MCT, like everything.
It's awesome.
But then you also
Yeah.
do the 8th grade graduation
Heck yeah.
invitations. Like,
Yeah.
so I can just come in there and say, hey, I got this job. Can I work with you guys? It
Right.
don't have to
You
be
did my
corporate.
wedding invitations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing dynamic that we have. It's awesome to work with the huge corporations. It's awesome to work with somebody just on a grassroots level of their business. It's like, hey, I'm just getting started. I don't have a domain name. I don't have a logo, but here's my vision. And so what we can help with theirs is we come in and we work with them to get that to be their visual identity.
Like graphic design.
Yep.
I mean, you guys are doing it all.
Yeah,
from start to
absolutely.
finish.
From start to finish. So you start out, hey, somebody needs just a business card to hand out, or they want a QR or something just that easy.
We've talked a little bit about what you guys do, what you offer for business, your employees, your culture.
Mhm.
But what is it about AlphaGraphics that separates you and makes you guys different from other print shops?
Oh, good. Thank you for wow. That's a good one. In my opinion, it's our ability to produce in-house the gamut of marketing needs that you would need. And the consistency behind that. So the message is going to be consistent. The look is going to be consistent. And then also we're, a phone call and email, smoke signal, whatever away.
I think one thing I've observed from working with you guys is that you guys care and more beyond just the client. Like, you care about the excellence in the final product. Like the colors have to match the ink color. Like you're not going to be one shade off. Like that is important to you, that the product being delivered is excellent.
Yeah. That's we strive. We're not 100%, and those are the ones that really stick with you. I do my best to learn from mistakes because Lord knows I'm not perfect. But man, we try to put out a great product, consistent product, and really, we succeed when the business that we're working with succeeds.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not succeeding, then we're not going to have the opportunity to work with them again.
Yeah, that's a good point. I got 2 questions for you. Number 1, is there any specific project or campaign that you've done that's the most important to you, that stands out and you're like, oh, I'm really proud of that work?
Oh, that's my first of mine. It goes to just being able to come alongside events in the community, Missoula Marathon, for example, come along with events like that and be able to help more on the back end of things, but see them succeed and see our products.
That's gonna be pretty cool. Your product is everywhere in the community, and knowing that you're behind it. And
the bison range remodel, the graphics in there are just awesome, and it's cool that I really like to know that that's our work up there, but we don't have to blast it out. It's just a really neat thing to see. So I would say the biggest thing is just coming alongside events in town and being able to work with them.
You guys are established. So, I mean, everywhere you go in this town daily, you're probably seeing your work and nobody has a clue that it's.
Yeah, I love it.
That's really cool.
It's cool. Maybe that's not I think it's really neat. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it for sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
The other question is, I know you guys are on South Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there so many print shops on South Avenue?
It's the spot. That and another business. It's incredible. We got Mike's Copy, Far Sign, and Minuteman. It's the spot. That way, what happens when we have our paper deliveries? They're the ones that really make it fat here, because they just do paper deliveries right down south and then get out of town. It's got to be it.
I've always wondered that. I was
right?
Like, is the middle of town? Must be.
Steven, I don't know
spot,
if you know this, but AlphaGraphics, they're building. I mean, it's been a few things in the past before Alpha acquired it. But do you remember Tropical World?
Oh, I did. Pulling the carpets at this building. We moved to on South Avenue in 2008. It was Tropical World.
Growing
for
up,
sure.
It was like the ultimate pet store. Like it was a zoo.
Yeah.
Like It had everything from parrots to fish to alligators, snakes.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. Did you find anything? Just
But it was a mattress store. Yeah, and it was. I mean, we found anything that you didn't want to find. Yeah, so that building was gutted.
I remember that.
It was gutted.
Tropical
and
world
then
as
we
a kid.
built up from there, but had to test the concrete and the floors for the presses. Yeah, it was incredible to watch that business move from Stevens to South Avenue back in the day. It was a memory, and just did that like 2 days after we got married, Serena and I.
Nice.
So this is a nice little stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your marriage under fire.
Oh, it'd be great. Yeah. No problem, right?
Troy, if somebody listening wants more information on AlphaGraphics, where should they look?
AlphaGraphicsMissoula.com. Great place. Also happy. Give us a call. Love to chat with you. 406-728-4810.
Dude, appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you got a team grinding right now, and we'll let you get back there. And
well, thanks for what you guys are doing. Really appreciate it. Your podcast is awesome, and yeah, let's spread the word.
Yeah. Thanks, Troy.